Hello, Michael Finn, Holistic Exercise and Lifestyle Coach, and today I'm going to show you a marching floor bridge for hip stability. So if you struggle with lunges or step-ups, or you feel like your hips are not as stable as they should be, this is a great, safe exercise to start with. It ends up creating a lot of hip stability and some core stability and all this sort of good things too. So we're going to start with the laying on the back on the floor with our legs bent so that our feet are flat on the floor. We don't want our feet super close to us. We also don't want them super far away from us. We want them where they're a distance to where they're comfortably flat on the floor and you don't really feel like there's a stretch anywhere or anything like that. So that when we come up to a bridge, most people know what a bridge is, where while you're in this position, you push to your feet and you elevate your hips up towards the ceiling and you get nice and straight. You should be roughly pretty close to a 90-degree angle at the knee, all right? And you should be able to get the hips all the way straight up here at the top. If you can't do this, you need to just practice doing the floor bridge, all right? So that's our floor bridge. So now we're going to take that floor bridge up a notch. So make sure you keep your belly button in. This doesn't mean crunching, this just means drawing your belly button in, like if you're trying to put on a tight pair of pants, so that you have some stability through the transversus abdominis, and try to keep your upper body fairly relaxed. It's good to have your arms out to the side with the palms up towards the ceiling so that you have good stability down here on the floor. So, and then what I want you to do is elevate those hips all the way up to the top, keeping them all the way up to the top. And then I'm just going to pick my left foot up off the floor and then set it back down. And then pick my right foot up off the floor and set it back down. So it's only coming up like 2-3 inches off the floor and then I'm setting it back down. But my hips aren't moving. So my hips aren't dropping or sagging or shifting side to side or dipping one way or the other way. But all of the load is going through one leg at a time as you pick up one foot and then pick up the other foot. Okay, so you can go back and forth 5, 10, 15 times, whatever you can maintain proper form with. So, and that's how we do our marching floor bridge. So to end up creating more stability, you will also create more stability in the lumbar spine while you're doing this as well, and improve that. Now, if you want to progress it, when you can do that a good 15 times on each side really comfortably and everything's good, well, you can add a little bit of weight. I recommend starting off with like 5% of your body weight. So this is just a 10-pound dumbbell. And you can place that on your hips in a comfortable spot. And then elevate those hips all the way up to the top. Make sure you can get all the way up to the top once again, just like before. And then picking up one foot and then setting it down. Picking up the other foot, setting it down, and this is going to increase the challenge by having the weight on there, all right? So that's one way you can do it. There's another way you can do it, since I happen to have my trusty step here, is we can scoot over to where we elevate our feet. So if you put your feet up on a little step of like, say, 6 inches or 8 inches or something like that, then you can do the same thing, and now you're higher up and you're more elevated and you're having to lift a little bit more of your body weight. And then you can do it that way. And with this way, you end up getting a little bit more pressure through your heels. And that's going to get the glutes involved even a little bit more. But this is a great way to create more hip stability throughout your whole lumbopelvic hip complex. So, it's also, for those of us that are maybe more advanced, it's also a really great way to warm your hips up and get your hips warmed up for bigger activities such as, like, say, sprinting or jumping or deadlifting or something like that. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and the little like button too, and leave your comments down below. Reach out to me if you have questions, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video after you have been practicing your marching floor bridge. Have a happy and healthy day.